They are happening.
It's happening.
Happening.
Let me see if I have a notification on my phone. Otherwise, I did something wrong.
Oh, I see it.
It?
I see it.
Do I not have notifications on for myself?
Yeah, no, we're a little far back, but I'm watching the stream. Maybe
Yay!
you don't.
Hey, it's working. Awesome.
Nice,
Noise. Noise. Alright.
nice.
Okay, sounds good. It sounds like I didn't mess it up yet.
You have not. I don't believe.
Okay, maybe I should give you your introduction first before I keep blabbing my mouth. But you are my good friend Esty, and that is not to be mixed up with the internet Etsy. It's ST,
Yeah, I'm
which
not. I'm not a home goods store.
but I will constantly be saying Etsy. But today, me and you are going to recap everything from season one. Well, not everything, because that would be too much, but just the
So
general important things to remember. And I specifically wanted to have you because you just watched it for the first time a few days ago.
yes, and I've seen nothing for season two. I've seen nothing. I'm completely unexposed.
I find your point of view fresh, because the community of people I'm in, we have been obsessing over Arcane for 3 years now. So, we've kind of seen all of the little details and loved all the little details, but you're at the first watch through. I think you need to watch it. Oh, wait, there's no time for you to watch it a second time.
Yeah, no,
Oh
no.
no.
There's physically not enough time for me to watch it a second time, especially for doing a stream.
Well, that's okay. So, we're gonna start off with, I guess, your initial impressions of the show. And how come it took. What was the hesitation for you to watch it? Was it the whole it's League of Legends, or was it something else?
No, honestly, I'm just not a media person at all. I mean, you know this about me, but I you ask me if I've seen a very popular movie, I will say no. Or if you ask me, say I've seen a very popular show, I will say no. I pick and choose my watch material. I normally just like sit here and watch YouTube or I listen to podcasts. That's my main form of entertainment. So like I think it was just more or less like I saw it, I saw how good everybody said it was, and I was like, nah.
So then it took a lot of convincing. Was there one specific thing that made you watch it? Was it me nagging you a whole bunch?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. I mean, you've never given me a bad recommendation, so
oh, thank you. That's a high honor. I take it very seriously when I give a recommendation. I hope you know. Serious. But okay,
oh,
so
also before we continue, did you
yeah.
want to link this that we started?
Say that again?
Do you want to link this that we started in the Discord?
Oh yeah. Why don't you go for that? Do you mind?
No, okay.
Thank you, thank you.
Should I
Or
add everybody?
yeah, or no. Adding
Uh,
everybody,
mm,
that's crazy. Adding everybody? They could
I
be
don't even I don't even
sleeping.
I don't even have permissions to send announcements.
You well, listen, I'm Silco on the server. But yeah, just go for it. If you could drop it in the Arcane, because it is Arcane related. And I should probably add into the YouTube after this our little Discord community is quite lovely. I recommend popping in if you ever want to chat about Arcane or Andor or our main things that we talked about. But there's a lot of other people. Specifically, I want to give a shout out to Silver Wolf. You might notice this cute little animation in the top right corner where chat would pop up eventually. But yeah, made by very appreciative. Hard work. It looks so cute. And now I can blink. So my eyes were so dry before. I was just crying. My eyes are red. But okay. So basically, my most important question. Esty, are you ready?
Yes, yes.
Who is your favorite character?
That's a loaded question.
No.
Yeah,
No.
no, not at
No.
all. Yeah, no, it's easy actually.
Yeah, obviously it's
yeah, no,
yeah,
it's
obviously it's
yeah, obviously it's um, Yeah, no, that's a way too loaded question. I feel like there's so many caveats to each and every character. Like there's so much to every single character that I feel like it'd be impossible for me to just say, oh yeah, that's my favorite character for sure because of the X, Y, and Z. Because like you can compare them to another character that I would say is probably my second favorite, and I could give you a few points as to why they might be my favorite.
Okay, okay.
But if I had to choose,
It's hi Mad King. Thank you for stopping by. Yes, yes, I took heavy inspiration from EFAP because they inspired me so much, and I don't know, it works. Why it works? Yes.
you
Um,
can't fix it if it ain't broke.
it ain't broke, but I try to put my own spin on it. I'm gonna try to make the gray Discord bar look a little bit different, better, not better, but like not gray. I want to make it have some style, something like that. Okay, so maybe Esty, instead of doing the recap first, would you enjoy doing the character?
I would, I think.
You would? Okay, so we have
I,
something planned.
I will say initially,
Yes.
if I was asked this question at face value and I had to give a
Ooh,
character,
okay.
it would probably be Vi.
Vi? Okay, that's
Yeah,
a
it would probably
solid
be
pick.
Vi.
Well, can I ask why?
She's just you said it. She is mother.
She is mother.
She is mother. I love her so much. She's just so caring, and she puts everybody. She doesn't put herself. She puts herself last,
Why am
and
I? Wait,
I
wait, wait.
admire
I'm
that about
sorry. What does spoon mean? What does
her.
spoon mean?
Spoon, spoon.
I'm not in with the cool. Wait, okay, look at this chat. I made this cute
Yeah.
little screen for when I'm trying to transition between things. What do you think? What do you think? It means it's top secret stuff going on. You like it? Is it good? We're
I'm
back.
still. I'll
Oh,
say I'm still a few seconds behind. I haven't even seen it yet,
back.
but I know what it is. Yeah, there it is. The shh.
Okay, so it means spoon. It's self-evident. Thanks. Thank you,
Oh,
Nafi.
okay. Yeah,
Nafi, I
yeah. That makes.
appreciate you. Okay, so basically, I took the time to pair up the main characters from season one, and we're gonna do the little basketball bracket, you know, and see who's the best. But I think the pairings are going to be maybe aggravating but important.
Maybe.
I tried to pair ones that would be maybe I'll try to explain when we go through them why I paired them. I didn't want there to be an easy win all or like the last two to be predictable. I kind of picked characters that were had something in common and they played off of each other like they had some kind of duality or something interesting occurring.
I think there might be a lot of controversy about one of the very first round pairings.
Shh, no, what are you talking about?
Maybe
So, and chat, please, 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 I want to hear your voice. Just type who you would pick, and please type why if you'd like. I'd be more than happy to read it. Because I like that I'm still a small little YouTuber, so I can read my chat, because it's not going boop, 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 50,000 words per minute. And plus, I already know
yes.
most of you from Discord, so I know your thoughts, but...
Yeah, we have this wacky thing called fan interaction. This is crazy.
What? Okay, let's start here. And just gonna be me and you for now, SD. But
Yeah. By the way, here means nothing to me. I'm still like 10 seconds behind.
oh, okay. We're gonna start with Marcus and Grayson.
Okay, okay. Would you like to go first, or would you like me?
Okay, how about we just say the name,
Oh.
and then if we agree, maybe just kind of... No.
Okay,
Hey,
count
Chris.
us down.
Hey, Chris, how are you? I haven't seen you in a minute. Yes, but it will be just...
Is this a death match?
It is a death match, and at the very end, the last two...
Oh, a death match of opinion, I guess.
Well, because hear me out. We can actually kind of do the season recap while talking about the characters, because we can kind of go through what they do in season, right?
That's
and
fair enough.
I think we can kind of get a more intricate, detailed recap of season one than just going step one. All right. I'm gonna go with Grayson. That's my pick.
I think I'm going with Marcus.
Okay. Okay, that's fair. And I think I'd be on the losing foot for this, only because Marcus has more episodes and he is so well loved, and he's got a lot of internal tension, whereas Grayson's pretty straightforward. I just like Grayson's voice acting a lot. I like that she could talk me to sleep, and also I like her character and what she stands for, and how she
Mhm.
worked with Vander. Um,
Like,
and
I'm not gonna lie,
go ahead.
I could very easily see why you would say Marcus is the losing, like the loser here,
I
because
still
like,
like him though.
yeah, but like the blood money, selling out Vander, like all the, I mean, like, he's not a very redeemable character, I will say. Like, he's not a very, I'm surprised that you said he was fan love, to be honest. I mean, again, I know nothing of, like, I'm very fresh to watching Arcane.
Hmm.
I'm not very into the community yet. I'm surprised that he's well loved, because I thought he was going to be a very tough. He's one of the tough characters to love, in my opinion, because like he kind of just
Okay, so
he
I think
he
he's
does
fan
nothing but
love
bad.
because Arcane. I've noticed a trend, at least with Arcane fans, they tend to like intricate, complicated characters. I don't think
Hmm.
necessarily they're saying they like, from my perception at least, they're not saying they like Marcus because he's like this great, well rounded individual who's making good choices. I think what I'm hearing is Marcus has a lot of conflicting internal, interpersonal problems, and it's conveyed in an interesting, nuanced manner. But Grayson doesn't really
This
have that opportunity. Where I feel like if Grayson didn't get, okay, so that's a recap. Grayson's dead, right? Season episode 3, season 1. Yeah, we have the first arc come to an end of Grayson unfortunately being cut in half? Question mark blunt damage.
one damage. Those are two very different.
Oh,
Uh,
Chris Haven, we are playing the game of basketball
who do we
tournament.
like more?
Yeah, like best character.
Um, this popped in my head though. Marcus's kid, how old is she?
Yes, we are murdering. I don't know, but she looked 6'5", 6.
I was gonna say, like, so which means that he would have had her after he was already locked in with Silco, which is just, I think, interesting to his character.
Oh, because it's what, a 6, 7, 8 year time gap. So,
Yeah, which means he would have had the blood, like he would have already been in Silco's pocket before.
but he still makes that choice to save Vi, right? Even before
Yeah,
the kid.
but I wonder if that's because his values changed. Like, I'd be curious if that,
Oh,
like, if that,
9, 10.
if him having a daughter every. Oh,
Maybe she
really?
is 9 or 10. I guess because of she looked really young to me because of like the toys she was playing with in her room,
Yeah.
the blocks and stuff. But when I was 9 or 10, I was playing that Dead Space in the basement with my pops. So, um, okay. I guess I have to rely on chat.
I would say,
Narky's
yeah,
going with
a lot of them are going with Grayson.
Grayson.
I think I'm wrong here.
Mm,
About Marcus being well loved.
Grayson the goat. Okay, so I guess erase. I feel like getting Thanos snapped is harsher than a red X. Okay, well,
Your race is going to be
erased and
crazy.
erased. All right, yay! Hee hee. But yeah, that's the thing is she doesn't get as much. I feel like if she would have stayed alive, she'd be as interesting, like
Yeah,
long term.
they could have really developed on her
Oh, but
character.
Taylor went with Marcus. Hmm.
Thank you, Taylor.
No, okay. I'm just gonna say, okay, okay, but I'm just getting excited too because it's not that many hours until season 2 comes out, and talking about Arcane is getting me hyped. And also, it's my first time streaming again after so long, so I wanted to come back with a positive stream, something I'm passionate about to make it a bit easier into the transition of streaming again. And
Plus, it seems like something that everybody in the community loves.
yes, well, hopefully, see, hopefully season 2 make everyone sad.
Yeah, we got 7 hours until we figure that out.
But okay, just because this is my stream and I'm obviously superior, I'm going to execute this and Grayson's thing. All right, so next we have Milo and Clagger.
You
Third.
want me to go first on this one? Or I
Yeah,
have an
yeah.
easy. I have a definite answer here.
Really? All right, then go first.
For me, it's Clagger. I love that man so much.
Okay. Support, evidence,
um, um,
citations.
that man. First of all, he fucking throws people. He throws people.
He's the
The
bruiser.
Yeah, the first fight that like you see him in, he's taking. It was like what, a 4v3 technically because we're not counting powder.
Mm-hmm.
He was just going through them. I don't care if I took on the big boss or anything like that. He took down two of them by himself. He was throwing people. And for that moment on, I love him. And he's also just like the handyman. He's the lock picker. Like he's still good with it. Like he's a little tinkerer as well as a bruiser. I think he has like so
Okay.
much to him.
Okay.
He's so smart.
I like because he did throw the sand during the fight, and
Hmm.
he's not like a. I hear you. Oh, I gave Marcus the X on the left. So,
Okay, no, you can
but
argue here.
I'm so tied between these two. When I first saw Arcane, I would have gone Clagger, because he's cute and he's friendly and he's the kind of person I'd want to be friends with. Whereas like Milo kind of has that
Loose
rub.
cannon, huh?
He could rub you wrong, give you a
Yeah.
rash. He's a rashy kind of guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, as Chris just said, I kind of enjoy Milo a bit more because of the pretty quick little character that he feels like he is, and what he adds to the dynamic of the group feels more interesting to me.
Mhm. That's fair. I could definitely and the way that he deeply impacted Jinx too. Clagger, I feel like he was there, but like it was always Milo that she saw
Yeah,
when she was like freaking out.
I agree with Hohom that he does kind of get a little bit of character back by Evander.
Mhm.
I do think that he kind of has. I think I know someone like this in real life, but that putting on a front, putting on that tough guy because he's trying to, I don't know, fill into a character that, or a man that he isn't quite yet, like grow.
Mhm.
He's walking in shoes that are too big.
Yeah, I
That
definitely
makes
do think
sense?
he's in over his
Okay.
head.
But when it comes down to like those real moments, those real beats, I feel like
He,
he's a genuine friend.
yeah, he does pull through. I think they're both genuine friends, but like I think Milo's a much more expressive about it.
And they're family. Actually, I
Yeah.
think I don't know. I'm gonna go with Milo just because he made me laugh a bunch, and I really like comedian Milo.
Oh, oh for two. Oh for two.
Really? I win? Okay, wow. We don't put up much of a
I
fight.
mean, you are the arbiter of this decision at the end of the day.
Am I? Okay.
Unless you want to throw out the chat, we can pull some answers here.
I think Milo was an okay pick. All right. Echo and Victor. Echo and Victor's next. How you feeling about that?
Harsh,
Harsh.
because like, oh, okay, okay.
I purposely put these two next to each other because of what you said when you were watching the show.
They would be such good friends.
They would be such good friends, and that's why I paired them together. I feel like in a different world, they have both a fascination for. I don't think tech's exactly the right word, but progress. They both want what's best, but Victor's is a little bit more oriented towards himself only at least at the end there because kind of necessity, like
Yeah,
survival. And then also
yeah.
Echo has that survival bend, like I need to do what I need to do to survive, to help my people. And Victor's like, I need to do what I need to do to survive, and I also want to help
I
people.
think
He also is oriented that way.
I think the biggest difference between them is that Victor needs to survive. Echo wants to live.
Mm.
And for that reason,
Are you going
I,
Echo? Are we gonna disagree
I'm
again?
I'm for sure going. Oh, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I had
Wait.
this locked in before. I like I have to. Echo's my like probably my top three.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I've loved him since since the first 3 episodes. Ever since I saw Little Man, love him.
Hmm. I think I find Victor the choice because of how hmm, relatable I can feel his character is compared to I can't feel as relatable to Echo. I'm trying to discern why. I think I have a goofy little heart condition, and I think because of that, when I saw that scene of Victor as a kid trying to run after his boat, and that
Yeah.
feeling of his disability getting in the way, that for me connected me with his character in a way that I don't think I ever was really able to click with Echo's character.
Hmm.
And that is completely subjective, I know, but that is why I will be voting for Victor. Plus, he's just like cute, so.
I will say, like, I think I'm on the opposite spectrum of where I don't really connect with Victor that much. I connect with Echo
Mm,
a lot more
okay,
because I'm very much like a I do anything for my friends kind of thing.
okay.
Like that kind of self-sacrifice that I feel like Echo has, where like I want to do nothing but build a positive environment for the people I surround myself with. And like I really connected with him on that note, like where he's kind of like I did not expect Little Man of all people to rise up and create his own community of people like he
Mm-hmm.
did, and like just to be the leader, the kind of leader that he is. Like he is in my mind the perfect leader. Like he's the leader that I would want to be. So I feel like I connected with him on that note.
Victor get more seats? Could be something
He
that's
does. He does. Because you really don't even see Echo until after what he unmasks himself in like what episode 6 or 7.
yeah, but we technically see
See
Echo
him.
season or episode 4.
Yeah, but like you don't know.
Then you rewatch it.
And he's also kind of flagged as the enemy at that point.
I don't know. Is he flagged as the enemy?
Or well, I guess as an adversary to
Mm-hmm.
Silco and Jinx.
All right. I think, in fairness, Echo is a very crucial character to the story and does have a lot of interesting writing going on. But Victor has a relationship between the relationship with Jace. I think alone is so interesting and nuanced, and then he's tied in with Singed, and he's also tied in with Heimerdinger, and then like he comes from the Undercity. He's like pushing this idea of like a autocracy and maybe, but then he's like pushed back on. I don't know. Victor's for the win. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just how it is. You join my stream,
I
you just constantly will lose. All right. All
I
right.
still I think we should refer to the chat on
Chat.
this
All right.
one.
We're referring to chat. Let's see. Let's read through chat.
I
Okay.
think I think if we're this heavily disagreed, you know.
All right. All right.
Although I'm seeing a lot more Victor than I am Echo.
Oh wow. Would you look at that? I'm sorry for your loss. Okay, and the next one I'll really I mean I'm hearing you out, but I'll really hear you out. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Victor can proceed. Victor can proceed.
Okay. Thank you, Taylor. I appreciate the support. I'm just I'm just playing a game by myself, really. Okay. But it's interesting because I have watched this probably five,
Oh,
six, seven
I
times
don't
at
know if
this
it was
point.
I don't know if it was accidental, but you totally did put Clagger through and not
Did
my
I?
own. But anyway, we'll ignore that.
No!
You
Wait!
know. Anyway,
No!
you don't gotta change that. It's
Yes, I
fine.
do! Yes, I do!
I noticed it. I was like,
Why
yeah,
did
not
you
say anything.
say anything?
Because I want Clagger to go through. Hello.
And I can't move him anymore. Why is
Let's
that?
go. Oh,
No! Milo.
Milo's
Wow.
lost.
Milo's lost. No.
I
Well,
think Clagger just wins by default here.
I'll go back and fix that in a minute. But, okay.
No, you don't have
No,
to. You don't have to.
yeah,
You don't
yeah.
have, yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to.
Victor wins. Okay, okay. David! How are you, David? So glad to see you. Alright, alright. So we got Heimerdinger and Singed. I know. Really weird pairing. You might be like,
This isn't unfair. I won't lie.
you might be like, silly, what the heck? This is making no sense. I'd be like, I hear you. Plain. Heimerdinger. Singed. They both want progress. Question mark? No. Stop and pause. Heimerdinger's like, let's keep the peace. I don't want to do. We're gonna keep it exactly the same forever, dude. Like, basically forever. Because he lives a long time. So his perception of time is a little different than a human, yeah? But he's like, we're gonna keep stuff exactly the same. No progress. We're chilling. Singed, progress at any cost, ethically, it's worth it for him, right? So he, if you remember that scene where there's that cute little dragon thing,
Axolotl type thingy.
Axolotl, yeah, it was cute.
It
He
was. You fucked that thing up.
he kept it alive at any cost, right? For the sake of the gene, for the sake of progress. I'm just using progress loosely. Do you know what I mean when I say that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But
His own idea of scientific progress.
So I think it's an interesting pairing because Heimerdinger is, they both have an axis of thought that is kind of completely valid and ethically causes issues either way. You know, Jace and Victor point out during that speech towards the end how Heimerdinger's lack of initiative is maybe just to equal to blame for the stuff that's happening in the Undercity, and that gets him voted off of the council. So when we compare that to Singed, and Singed is working along Silco and doing whatever it takes to progress, I don't know. I feel like it's an interesting comparison, and I wanted to put it together. So
I mean,
I'll let you go.
Yeah, I personally, I think I have to go Heimerdinger. And I guess this is a little unfair of me because I'm going with what I believe that Heimerdinger will become. Because like near the end of season 1, we see him start talking to Echo, and like for the first time in his life, he's I see you. I just caught up to you, changing my all around.
Keep going. You're saying good
Anyway, I guess this is a little unfair because I'm going with like what I believe that Heimerdinger will become. He does with his talks with Echo and like what he's seeing now and like getting kicked off the council especially and just seeing how the Undercity is really functioning. I feel like he's learning a lot at once. And like it's a lot of things that I feel like he didn't know or maybe we just was ignorant to. And like I feel like he's actually becoming a different character. I feel like he's becoming a character that's going to want that progress, but he's going to want it in Echo's way. Because he was so surprised with how much progress Echo had made in such little time with that tree, especially. Like he was blown away by it. And it's like the first time that I've seen Heimerdinger not just be like, yeah, no, I know how this goes. You know, it's the first time I've seen him really go, wow, this is amazing. And I feel like that's really going to impact his character in season 2.
Okay, well, I guess that's hard to tell because I could see maybe a season 2 discussion of being if Heimerdinger decides to change because you know at the end of the season he's kind of in the Undercity now with Echo, and he does seem really interested in looking at what Echo was capable of building. He says that line of like, "You built this in less than a century" or something like that. He makes a mark.
Yeah, in a lifetime.
Yeah, in one lifetime, and I think everything you're right in the season has given him a new perspective, but I don't think we have seen that. So
yeah, again,
season 1.
It is a bit unfair for my reasoning behind choosing Heimerdinger.
Okay, because I do like the point that David made about when Singed does speak. For the little lines he has, they are pretty solid.
Yeah.
So
he has, for being in the show so little, he has such a large impact. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, he is the main producer behind Shimmer, no?
Yes, he's the
yeah. So like, I mean, Shimmer, the entire beginning with Victor's backstory, he had such a large impact on Victor and on Victor's future. Honestly, just meeting him changed Victor completely and changed the way that he went about curing himself and his own survival. Like for how little he's in the show, he has such a large impact, and
this
I
is
can
a
really
tough
see
one.
why.
I'm genuinely
Yeah, like it really is a tough one
because I think ethically, I don't really like the. That was a really sad scene. You know, when the
Mhm.
axolotl, little cute guy, was
Yeah.
being kept alive. But I think I personally have more respect for that over Heimerdinger's complacency. And
Mhm.
he claims, or not claims, he has this foresight and experience of what tech has done and how it's corrupted and the chaos and trauma that it can cause. But
Mhm. I feel
I'd rather
as
the
though,
like the passion or the action. I don't know. Like is because
yeah,
the lack of action is a choice. It is an action in a way.
yeah, and I feel as though Heimerdinger is like almost traumatized by it. Like by whatever he's seen in his past, it scares just the hell out of him that it may happen again, and that hex tech may like become this thing that's like absolutely horrendous. Like he can't see beyond
Mm-hmm.
the bad
You're
to
right.
look at the
He
progress,
kind of
and like
does.
that
Yeah. Mm.
it's such a big fall to his character.
I'll go. I'll go with Heimerdinger. I think I'll go with Heimerdinger.
Okay, I think I agree.
Okay. I totally didn't just give you that just because I felt bad.
Yeah, yeah, just give me a pity on one that I'm torn about.
All right. So on this side we have. Ooh, we got a good lineup. Okay. Let's go over to the other side. Right here one. But I kind of honestly like Singe character on a subjective level more. Like he's more interesting to me. Like if I had to sit down and watch a story of either of the two characters, I'd prefer to sit down and watch Singe's story over
Yeah,
Heimerding's story. Because how do you end up
I
like that? And you know,
I would like to know what scared him so much about magic, though.
Heimerdinger
Yeah, like what has he seen?
in season
Maybe.
maybe not. Also, I gotta get you into reading League of Legends lore.
Yeah.
It's some
I
good story
again,
writing.
I play Val, but I'm not in the league.
No, you don't even have to play the game. I still get
Yeah,
to
yeah,
play
I
the
know, I
game.
know. I'm just like not into the lore at
But
all,
like
like
you'll
because of that.
probably love Ionia because of the things that you've like they okay, you see the Minecraft pink trees in the
The
newer updates?
cherry blossoms, yeah.
Yes, 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 yes. And they have the little play. That's Ionia. Summed up in one little idea. Okay, okay. Back to topic. Savika and Caitlyn.
This is such like another hard one. You know what? No, you take the lead on this.
Me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna put my emotional response out first, and then I might sway the other way. Because I'm not
Okay,
gonna I haven't yet to think about it. Savika. Savika. Emotionally, I like Savika
okay.
because she's got some badassness that like. I just enjoy every scene that she's in.
Yeah.
I think Caitlyn is interesting. I really excited for season 2. So, quick recap of season 1, right? There is
Mhm.
that we have one soft moment with her when Silco, I gotta go find Jinx, right? But Savika's like, my daughter,
Yeah,
she'll
about your
come back to
vomit.
you. When she needs you, she'll come find you. I really
Mhm.
liked that moment with her. I thought it gave her softness that
Yeah,
she,
give her a lot of character.
yeah. But and then like that shot at the end when there's the chair and she's struggling to light her cigar,
Hmm.
I could allude to the stepping up of maybe her finally not following and looking for, because she's like criticizing Vander in the beginning, like you're not doing enough, why don't you do something, and then she betrayed him and went alongside with Silco. So I think that does make her a little reprehensible, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
uh
I know what word you meant.
Yeah,
I
some
can't think
kind
of
of
it
word
either,
close to
but
that. Something close
yeah.
to that. I I do agree with Hoham. Caitlyn has a lot of growth. I feel like Savika's growth is not much, but I feel like maybe the same thing you said with Heimerdinger. I feel like I can see so much potential for her growth. It almost like feels like she just got her wheels off of the runway and something
Mhm.
really interesting is about to happen with her. I love that shot of the chair behind her with her trying to light that cigar and she was unable to because her arm was. But better character, yeah, I guess Caitlyn. But I don't know, Savika gets me excited.
I will say, I think I completely agree with you on basically every single point that you've made
Okay,
about Savika.
okay.
Because Savika is such a badass. I love her.
Yeah, her
I love every
poncho was
single fight
cool
that she's
too.
in. I love the idea of the way that she uses Shimmer as kind of like a almost like it reminds me of like I'm a big Batman fan by the way. So
That's good.
excuse me if
Batman's
yeah,
good. No, no, no. We like
but
Batman.
but like Bane Venom, like that kind of idea. Like the injection of venom
Mm.
where like she can kind of just pump it into herself and then get a little stronger. I love that concept. I love her entire concept as like that's her fighting style. She's willing to kind of
Oh
quote unquote
wait.
hurt
Ooh.
herself.
Yes, yes. I'm gonna use David's point. David made a good point. Maybe
Mhm.
not every character needs to undergo this grand transformation throughout the show. Maybe the fact that she's just this rock through and through, like from episode one through the time skip to the end, she's just like, this is what I believe in. Tired of the shit. I'm gonna stand up for the shit I want, and that's kind of just how she is. Question mark? Maybe that's respectable.
Although I will say, I only disagree with that because I feel as though her entire I feel like she was locked because of her loyalty to Silco. She even in the scene where she's going to turn on him with
Thank
what's
you,
his name?
Rush.
Finn.
Have a good time at work. Yes, Finn.
Have a good time at work. But yeah, like that scene with Finn where she almost turns on Silco, but Silco kind of talks her out of it. Like I feel like her entire character was so based around her loyalty to Silco. And now that she's free of it, I feel like we almost have to see a change.
I don't know. I don't think her loyalty is based around Silco. I think because she was loyal to Vander up until she felt like he didn't stand for the values that she had. I think she's loyal to her values of we stand up to the upper city, up to Piltover. We don't stand for being talked down to or run over in any way. And I
Mhm.
think Vander stopped becoming that for her, and that's why she betrayed him and stuck by Silco because he was such a strong symbol and representation of that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe
I just
she can become that herself. You know?
I would say I want to see her stand on her own 2 feet. I don't want to see her backing somebody else who believes in her
Yeah,
beliefs. I
and
want to see
that's
her stand for
season
her own.
2. I think that's what
Yeah.
she's got. I mean,
Yeah,
I
and
would
yeah.
love to see that for her. Maybe becoming that symbol for herself of what she wants for the Undercity. I don't know. I don't know.
Now to play devil's advocate.
Okay,
Caitlyn,
Caitlyn, our
Caitlyn.
chat. Caitlyn or Savika?
I
Type
mean,
it.
like,
Let's go.
I feel like we've laid out nothing for Caitlyn, but like, she is
She's
such a large impact.
self-explanatory. I feel
Yeah,
like,
such a large
yeah.
impact on Vi, such a large impact on even on
Mm,
Jace. Like,
but like, Savika's got a cool arm with like a laser sword, man.
okay, and Caitlyn has a cool sniper that she uses to hit said arm. By the way,
Yeah, she does specifically choose to hit the arm 3 times, and she does trade
so
in
much
her gun.
so much that Savika had to cover that up, so she couldn't shoot it anymore.
Mm,
Just saying, and she does trade in said rifle to save Vi's life.
yes, 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 I agree. I think she's the like morally better character, but like,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah.
again, it comes down to I would rather personally watch a scene with Savika because I like her. I just like her so much.
See, and I think that's also where my like where I'm torn is I would rather watch if it was just a solo scene. I would rather watch a scene with Savika than Caitlyn. But if it was a scene with Caitlyn and Vi,
Mm,
I take that scene
okay,
any day.
I see where you're going.
Yeah, I'm just saying I love their development. I love their development.
Okay, Chad, don't get mad at me for this next pairing, please. Please, please do not get mad. I beg of you. Jace, Mel, Jason, Mel.
this is this is a fun one.
I do think this is a fun one. Can you see why I put them together?
No, I mean, yeah. they're together.
Well, yes, but also something that you were really keen on it, your first watch through. You were really a heavy believer. Tell me if I'm wrong, right? But I heard you saying that Mel kind of manipulated, used Jace, and by the end, he became, I guess, finally he stepped into his own, like that
Yeah,
last little bit. But you were really interested in how Mel was forming and making him.
yeah. How Mel was kind of almost playing him.
Yeah.
I use that loosely, but almost playing him.
I think playing.
I don't think it's completely accurate because I do feel as though she has some emotional attachment to Jace. I don't feel like that was her intention. I don't think she maybe wanted the emotional attachment to Jace, but I do feel like she has that emotional attachment to Jace at the end.
I'm gonna say. I don't know. I really like what Jace ended up becoming at the end. Like the very end when he made stepped aside with Soko.
Like, okay, I will say emotionally, I want to say Jace because I understand Jace. I understand Jace as like this character who's I almost want to call him inexperienced because he kind of is. He's stepping into this field that I feel like he just doesn't understand. He's becoming a counselor. Like he's not. He was never going. I don't think he was ever going to be down this path. Like I don't think that he almost deserved this path. I feel like this was a path that he was chucked down and just had to figure it out in the dark. Um, but Mel plays her role so well. Like emotionally, like I understand Jason. I love Jason. I understand like
Mm-hmm.
being in that situation and like being almost scared, I guess, or
Yeah, I think what David said, Jace is more relatable. I
relatable,
can't
one hundred
really,
percent.
yeah, I can't really relate
Yeah,
as much to Mel. I mean,
yeah.
obviously, the goddess part I can, but everything
Oh,
else. No, no. But, like, I think it's tough because, well, first off, I'm very interested. Let's skip to something real quick. We're gonna put a quick pause on this for a second. Okay? Just a second. I'm
hmm hmm
gonna check, the very, very, very end. Remember what happens at the very, very end?
yeah, yeah.
uh, because they are in a building together, right? At the very end, when the nuclear bomb,
Yeah,
big bomb is kind of sent right their way.
yeah.
So Jace, Mel, Victor, Heimerdinger. Is there anybody else very important in there? Might not make it out.
Very important. I mean, if you count the entire council, but
I'm just saying the rest of the characters in that room are just the council, right?
yeah, yeah.
Because all right, we're gonna put that on pause. I hope that's okay, chat. We're gonna put that on pause because at the very end, I'm thinking Mel. If Mel, hear me out. As a writer, this is how I view it.
I don't
If
think we'll make
if Mel
that.
dies, and Bess's introduction, her mom's introduction into the story, makes a lot more sense. Not that it didn't make sense before, but like you could kind of see it from the writer's POV of
Where they could go.
where they could go with that. And there's a lot more, and especially Bess's POV with war and the loss of her being motivated by the loss of daughter. That would be, I don't know, could definitely start some very serious things up. I don't know. Mel feels like she's kind of, not that she's done everything her character could do, because her character could still do more. But if we think about it from the writer's perspective, ST and chat, what more could we push and wring from her cloth? Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
I just don't see a lot more avenues that her character would go.
'Cause I think she, I think she became what she didn't want to be, if that makes sense.
I
Like
think so.
I feel like she didn't want to be her mother. but I feel like that's exactly who she became.
I would disagree with that only because her mother, she's
And
trying to.
not
Okay, okay, I hear you out.
not yeah, okay, not in the same sense. Like I don't think they're the same person at all, at all. But I do think the manipulation, the tactics that she uses are reminiscent of her mother's ideals.
The trace, like you could sniff it
Yeah,
there.
yeah, like you can tell that she was influenced at the very least. But I do think, just as Holmes said, like has hidden depths and complications. Like she has such depth that we're not getting at all. Like that's why she's such an interesting character to me, because like she is so much deeper than they allow her to be.
Okay, you know what? David said it well. I think what I'm thinking of is I could be content with Jace and
With
Mel
most,
dying, and I'd be okay with their arcs. Like I'd feel
yeah,
both as an audience member. But I'm gonna go. I don't know. Like for me, I find Jace's character. I just want to go Jace. Jace's character has
I do find his character more interesting. I do think Mel's the better character, if that makes sense.
like better written.
Just yeah, maybe.
Oh,
No,
oh!
no, no. I
Are
wouldn't
you
say
a
better
Jace
written.
hater?
No, no, absolutely not. I'm one of Jace's biggest supporters,
Yeah.
okay?
Okay.
But
Did he
like
pay you to say that?
I wish. No, I almost feel like it's wrong to not give it to Mel, but I could completely understand giving it to Jace. I don't know. I'm very torn
I'm so
between these two.
torn. All right, let's see. Want to read through chat?
Oh, I've read through chat.
All right, what was
I
chat
I
saying?
think I think it's heavy Mel.
Did Heady Mel? All right.
It's heavy. It's heavy. Like love Jace, but Mel.
Love Jace, but Mel. You know what? That's fine. Oh, Mel, I think is stuck in a layer because I did it wrong.
Oh
So,
no.
yeah, we're just gonna have to draw. We have to
Oh,
draw Mel. I got it. Wait, you don't
yeah,
you
you
don't
got
trust
it.
my artistic
No, no,
abilities?
yeah, this is a perfect. We're about to see a perfect rendition.
Yes, perfect rendition. This is Mel.
Mhm.
Everybody accepting. Oh, and we gotta get the gold armor. Not gold. You know what? Mel's fighting me. So there's Mel.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hold on. I'm catching up.
You good?
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's looking great.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
I appreciate that she's all one color.
We make mistakes sometimes, and it's okay. So that's Mel, everybody.
Oh, okay, that's it.
Yeah.
I just see you cross out Jace.
Mel.
Okay.
That perfect. Can't even tell the difference. I should have been hired.
Yeah,
It's
truly.
it's
Just erased her. Jesus. You actually just Thanos snapped her.
okay. Oh wait, you know what? Game game S. We were just talking about this in my server the other day. Why Jace gets so much hate? We could probably go into for another 30 minutes because I think that's how long we want to do it for. But
I'm still getting hate.
Jace, he's okay. First off, hopefully you know we weren't hating on him. We actually we came quite like him and understand him.
Honestly, between the two, I think he's my more favorite character.
Then why?
I
Okay, wait. He was also more my favorite character. Why did we move Mel up?
I feel like it's wrong to give it to him.
Okay, but we're not
I
going off of feelings. We're not going off of
I
feelings.
I feel like it's wrong. I feel like okay, a better character I feel like is Mel.
Why?
But I enjoy
Hear me out.
Jace more.
As a writer, I think it'd be so much harder to successfully write Jace the way that they did. I think that was a challenge that they somehow barely by the skin of their teeth got him to be where he was, and they did it so well. Whereas like Mel, if you told me which one I had to write for, I'd be more stressed out if you gave me Jace's story arc. And they did it. So that's why I think he's the better character. He goes through a lot more transitions.
He
And
does.
each transition makes sense because of what he's experienced. and we can see how he
I
gets
think
walked down that line, and then by the
that's that
end.
in his
So,
lack of
are we
experience.
going Jace? Is it okay, chat? Are you gonna? Am I gonna be executed?
Are we gonna be crucified? I I almost feel like we're doing a disservice to Mel,
I
but
agree. I agree, but like
but
that conversation we had in my server the other day about Jace really has me appreciative of just where he got to by the end of season one.
you know what? At the end
As
of the day,
David said, Jace would be so easy to make really unlikable.
end of the day, this is our this is our bracket. We can
No.
well we can call it Jace. We can call
We
it
call
Jace.
Jace? Yeah!
We can call
Oh my god, I
we can
feel
call
weird putting an X over Mel. I'm so sorry.
it. Like it feels wrong, but like
I like Mel. Mel has a lot of she's subtle. I think she has like she's an expensive palate, right? I feel
mhm.
like you'd have to be able to taste like the teaspoon of I don't know, thyme or whatever is in there.
Yeah.
Actually,
And
that would be a lot, but
I do really heavily agree with David here. Jace would be such an easy character
I
to
just
make
said that, you
dislikable.
stinker. You
Oh, did you?
absolute
I completely tuned you out
quadruple
in debating
stinker.
my
Yeah,
in
yeah?
debating my own thoughts. I completely tuned you out in debating my
Wow.
own thoughts. I
Tuning
won't
me
lie.
out. Okay,
Yeah, that was
okay.
crazy.
Wow, that's crazy.
But yeah, I do agree.
I'm gonna ban you
Wow.
from right now. You're getting banned right now.
Okay. Yep. Go ahead. End the stream.
Ready? Okay, alright. Next pairing. You ready? It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be so tough.
I mean, I think we know where I stand.
Victor, or not Victor, Vi.
Victor,
Sorry. Vi
you
and
gotta get your head
Jinx.
in Victor in there.
I really like Victor. He's so cute.
I mean, like, I think, I mean, as hard as rough
Oh,
as a
you already
decision,
have an answer? You
I have
already
it.
feel
I already
confident?
gave you my answer to be before we even
I don't
started this
remember.
bracket.
What was it?
Who was my favorite character?
It's it's Vi. Oh, so you're gonna be going Vi all the way.
I have to be going by. I can't disagree with myself.
Biden moment? Yo, okay, relax. Okay, okay. So sorry, baby giraffe that I feel. Sorry. I
Like,
had such a thorough chat recently about Jace that maybe it's fresh on the mind. But back
like,
to Vi and Jinx.
like I will say, I'll let you try to slay me. Absolutely, I'll let you try to slay me, and I think I could be swayed.
Okay. I gotta think about this one sincerely because I mean this is the only thing I have seen for season 2, just so you guys know. I purposely stayed away from trailers and from as much as I could because I feel as someone who tries to look at things from a writer's POV, not even intentionally sometimes, seeing a trailer, I kind of just figure out at least half of the stuff that's going to happen. And when
Mhm.
I really enjoy a piece of content like I did here, I can only experience it once, and that experience is special to me. So I've been avoiding things like the plague. So the only thing I have seen, one of the only things I've seen, is the poster image of Jinx holding Vi. That image is the inverse of, sorry if that was loud, what we see in season 1, where Vi is holding Jinx's
Oh,
head.
I know what image you're talking about. Only because the Valorant bundle that just came out. That's the player card that you get when you buy that bundle.
Wow.
That is crazy. I knew I hadn't seen that before, and I was like, ah, that's yeah,
So,
yeah.
okay, okay.
This is
Back to
as
this.
well the I guess the only thing that I've seen.
It's such a strong inverse of it, and
It
Vi's
is.
eye is emitting so much emotion. She kind of looks
Yeah,
scared. She's like in
terrified.
disbelief that is her sister Powder still there, which is a good discussion we're gonna have by the way after we're done this chart of is Powder officially dead. So stay tuned for that. Make your case because we have opinions. We have opinions. But when it comes to characters, which one I would prefer or which one is better, I think similar to the way they did Jace with how easy it would have been to accidentally make him dislikable. I think it would have been very easy to make Jinx a cliche, stereotypical Harley Quinn not give her the depth complication that she has, and we genuinely, as an audience member, feel pity and maybe sorrow, or and then like then it starts to creep over that line of like, okay, maybe I shouldn't feel bad for her anymore because she's just choosing this choice that's bad again and again and again. But then we still see that like mental illness, that trauma like creeping in, and then there's the shimmer aspect, which is like makes it more complicated. So her writing is phenomenal. Jinx balances so many lines simultaneously that I almost feel like she just deserves it because of how complicated she is. However, I do agree with you that I prefer Vi. And, well, you know what? Since she's your favorite character and I just talked a whole bunch, why don't you drink a
Uh,
drink of water?
I mean, like I touched on it earlier. I mean, like I don't have the complex writing argument here because I do feel like she she's given depth, but I feel like she's very strong in her stance from beginning to end. And but that is what I love about her. From the very beginning, she cares about family. She cares about the people that she's around, that she surrounds herself with, and she will do anything for those people. Anything for Vander, anything for Milo, anything for Clagger, anything for Jinx, especially anything for Jinx. And like even if she had that moment in especially in episode 3 where she kind of, like separated herself from Jinx and sent Jinx down that path, I still feel like first of all, she spent the next 8 years in prison regretting that. And I feel and her only solace at that point was to get back to Jinx. And like that is just what makes her she's just so determined. She's so what's the word for it? It starts with an S. I'm thinking
Strong headed?
steadfast.
Steadfast? Steadfast is a good word. I understand.
Yeah, or like she's just so locked into her position. Like she knows what she wants, she knows what she cares about, and she cherishes that so much. And she's so closed off.
Well, that's the thing. I think I feel her, like that moment when she fights Sadika the second time, right?
Mhm.
Falls to her knees, and Vander is there in the memory, right? And everything he says is like what she heard before, and she lets out that cry after that fight, you know,
Mhm.
just for one moment, and then picks her head back up, and Silco. I think that was a brief moment into the depth, the pool of just pain and anguish and tension that she has underneath that I
Mhm.
love so much about her character, and I
So
think I relate to her character more.
yeah,
That's the thing. I think that's why I'm
yeah,
tilted to want to pick her because I feel can't relate as much to Jinx's choices,
yeah,
whereas
yeah,
Vi feels a bit more tangible in my grasp.
yeah. Vi I love because of her choices, because of her stances.
Yeah,
Like
but written wise, like
written
Jinx
wise, I
is really
do agree.
well.
Jinx is given that depth.
I think
But
almost it should. I
also
don't know.
based off this poster alone, if we're still talking season 2 talk,
Okay. Well, we can come back
I
to it season two. We could redo this season two and see who.
yeah, I would love to. But
Okay.
but like looking at this poster alone, it looks like we're going to get that look into Vi.
I hope we get that look into Vi.
Because right here, I mean,
I
this
want
is
more of
her this
that.
is her finally accepting that somebody that she tried so hard to protect, she failed. And like sure she did before with Vander, with Clagger, with Milo, but even then that wasn't her fault. She did everything that she could, and I feel like she could accept that that was Jinx at the end of the day, as hard as that is for her to accept, but it wasn't on her.
Maybe.
This she feels responsible for. Like this may be the first time that she truly like breaks down because she couldn't protect somebody that she loved, and she lost him in a completely different way.
Okay. So I think for season one, I have to give it to. Are you giving it to Vi though?
I do think I have to give it the vibe.
Okay. Then we will
I
refer
always
to
would.
chat. See what they've got.
Um,
Like Jinx takes it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
yeah,
But like Vi has my heart. So that's the
Yeah, he
real
goes
winner.
to
All right,
uh,
another pairing that goes crazy.
you don't, you don't, you don't,
Silco
you don't, you
and
don't
Vander.
gotta extra out.
I'm not gonna X her out. You know what? If anything, hello,
Thank you. I
welcome.
appreciate
She's cute too.
that. Mm-hmm.
All right, all right. Silco and Vander. Democracy
Democracy
strikes
strikes
again.
again.
Okay, okay. Crossfire out with a heart? I guess that's only fair. Alright. I've been letting it cook in your brain for a second, by the way, that I just said Silco and Vander. I have an obvious choice. I'm sorry. It's Silco for me. I named myself Silco on my Discord server. Obviously, I like Silco. And I'm ready to
um,
defend it. Let's go. Put on your gauntlets.
I'm
Actually,
gonna, I'm gonna have the same conversation I had part two
okay.
about Vi,
Okay.
because where did Vi learn her stance?
So because
I,
he
I,
raised Vi, you like him more?
I love his. Okay, first of all, I feel like we didn't get enough time with Vander. I feel like Vander was robbed. Vander was robbed from us because Vander is that guy. Vander was the head of the Undercity. He was just he was that guy. Yeah, like Silco quite literally needed Shimmer to even get at him, let alone actually take over. Like,
Okay, but how about yeah? Have you ever thought about how Vander betrayed Silco?
okay,
You know that how Silco's traumatized and
okay,
okay, all right, go for it, go for it.
okay. No, go ahead, keep talking. Go ahead.
No, no,
No,
no.
keep on.
You know how
Keep shitting on my on my
I'm not
values here.
okay. Listen, hopefully no, I'm just kidding. Actually, you know what? No, this genuinely dictates who you are as a person. Period. So I'm just kidding. No, I'm not kidding.
So, out of pure curiosity here,
Yes.
do we get a actual reason as to why Vander betrayed Silco? Do we get a clear cut reason behind that?
A clear cut reason?
Yeah, because like, what was his motivation?
Yeah, yeah. I think it's implied. Um, but no, actually, I remember last time I was in the call with Ho Hum and Silver. I remember I wanted to ask, but we got so sidelined that I completely forgot.
Yeah,
Um,
because like,
it does make a difference, right? I guess why, but
without knowing his reasons, I don't think I can say that he was right or wrong. Like in doing that, especially knowing the person that Silco is, knowing that he will do anything that it takes to get to what he wants. I could see why Vander may feel the necessity. And even then, I mean, I guess Silco did save himself. He
he
wasn't
did save
saved.
him. He
If
said that line, that
yeah,
beautiful line of "You have to become what they fear, become what they hate." You know
yeah,
that line about, and that's why he
yeah,
when he took the knife out and he stabbed Vander. And I
yeah,
don't think
Vander
he,
would, because
yeah,
I was gonna say like Vander may have had a change of heart. No, he's gonna kill him.
I
He's
don't
gonna
think he,
murder
I don't
him.
think
He's
Silco
gonna
was that person until he had to, for survival, stab Vander. And I think that
no,
was
I'm not even saying that. I'm saying I was gonna say Vander may have spared him. Like Vander may have had that change of heart in putting him under the water and brought him back up. I don't think he would have. I think Vander would have murdered him.
Vander looked like he was out for blood. He looked like he
Yeah,
was
he
going
was.
to kill him had he not been
Yeah, he
stabbed.
was.
But he
I
said
would.
that line though when he was on the bridge, right? He said in episode 3, he said, "I regret that always. Like it's one of my biggest regrets."
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Like
it's kind of
Van.
cool. You could kind of say like Vander created Silco in a way.
Yeah, yeah, and he even Soko believes that firmly in himself because he believed in his whole baptism thing, his whole rebirth. He believes that he was reborn that day as Soko.
Yes. Yep, that's right.
But I don't know. Vander he is so heavy in his beliefs. He's the reason that Vi
I don't
is the
know.
person that she
Is he
is.
heavy in his beliefs? Savika
I believe he is.
criticizes him specifically for not being heavy enough. Beliefs.
but at the end of the day, it's so much more complex than Savika makes it out to be.
Mm-hmm.
Savika is a person who is willing to fight no matter what. No matter who, I believe, no matter who gets hurt at the end of the day, like even if there is casualties, she's willing to fight for her cause. Vander is willing to fight for his people.
Mm-hmm.
And in that sense, like he wants to defend his people. He does not want casualties. That's why he's not willing to go to war with the enforcers at all,
I
or
mean,
with the
that's one of the
council.
main themes the entire season is on.
Yeah,
Not touches on, swims in, engulfs,
yeah,
drinks
yeah.
down in gallons because it talks about is violence necessary for change. One of the
Yeah.
episodes, the base violence for change. He says that line
And
too.
and don't we see right before Jinx, okay, I mean, I guess everybody's here has seen it. Right before Jinx shoots that rocket, like right before it's possible. It is possible
What's
to do it
possible?
without to make peace without violence.
Oh,
It
because
is
you're saying
possible.
Silco has that moment where he's soft at the end?
No, no,
Or
no, no. The council debating
oh,
peace,
well,
negotiating peace.
so
I
peace
I
would have done what though? It gives I don't know if it says it
uh
says that.
given the Undercity independence.
Yeah, but I almost feel like that's giving up in a way. Like,
Is it?
okay,
Isn't that what
sideline, side topic, side
is it?
topic.
Is
Okay,
that giving up?
well, cause hear me out, hear me out.
For Silco, maybe.
No, 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 no. Okay, maybe we're thinking of the same thing, different things, same thing, or whatever. I
Hmm.
think the council agreeing on peace, like, will give the Undercity Zon independence. It's almost like, yeah, we've created such a disparity between this part of our city and that part of our city that we they can do what they want instead of let's take responsibility for how they got there and help. We'll just help by
By
parceling
letting
them
them go.
off, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. I feel like I get it. Part of it is, yeah, it is a big step piece. Yeah, but how did we get there? You know? I don't
I
know. Maybe
think
that's silly.
I think that peace treaty under Vander's rule would have looked a lot different. Or would
Hmm.
look a lot I can't even say would have because it hasn't happened yet. Would look a lot different under Vander's rule compared to Silco's rule.
But also, that I think Silco wins for this, for me, for here. That beautiful last moment where he said he would not have given Jinx up for the world. And, like, Game just said in chat that he came full circle and he kind of finally understood Vander's point of view. I think he was so well written. Every line that he said was like a cryptic poem. His voice acting was got the chills. And Vander's cool, but Silco, again for the same reason as Jinx, was he didn't fall into an archetype and he was written so well. So I'm giving it to Silco.
Yeah, I think I agree with you as Soko is the better written character, but I still think that Vander's morals wise and just character wise, like the character that he is, I love him so much more.
Right.
Vander is my favorite. I do agree that Silco's better written.
Okay. So we did it. No way. No way.
Yeah, I'll take another L, I
Okay.
guess.
So let's see who. And Chad, you guys might be like, hey, if you had put not Vander and Silco or Vi and Jinx right next to each other, they would have been finalists. I purposely kind of did that because I feel like it would have been a pretty easy, dry run right to the finish of who was the best. And I kind of wanted to have these two pairings on purpose to see what came of them. And now, look who we got paired next to each other.
I was gonna
Now
say.
look who we got paired next to each other. We got Caitlyn and Jace. We got Jinx and Silco, which is so interesting to talk about because, well, it's Jinx. It's kind of a product of Silco a little bit. And then this one's kind of silly. I never thought I'd ever compare these two.
Yeah.
And then Victor and Heimerdinger, because they work alongside each other, is also pretty interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
But I have my favorite.
The
So
apprentice's apprentice.
Yeah, let's start back down there. Let's start back down with Victor and Heimerdinger. Why not?
Okay. All right.
All right, easy breezy. Victor, how about you?
Are we going off future potential?
No, we're going off of season one. What are you talking about?
Are we? I mean, like, mm, no, I
Oh,
hate to agree. No, I
oh,
hate to agree.
wow.
I
Okay,
hate to agree, but I
okay.
think I have to. Strictly based off of
Grace is
season
like
one.
Victor. Next.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have to agree. Based off season one alone, I think in season
Yes.
two my opinion will change, but based off season one alone, it's Victor.
Baby Giraffe, I agree. Is there anything more on doing? All right, this was kind of interesting and weird. Grayson and Milo. I think I also initially have a solid answer. Yeah. Okay, just settled in. I'm going with Grayson.
I honestly don't. Neither of these were my picks. I really don't have too heavy feelings either way.
Okay, well, just because neither of them are your picks doesn't mean you don't
No, no,
care.
yeah,
All
no,
right.
no, no, but yeah, but like
Stinker,
I just
lower the stink volume because I can smell it from
I
here. All right.
no, 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 no. I'm not even saying that with disdain. I'm not saying that with disdain. I'm saying that as just in general. Like I don't have too much heavy feelings towards either of these
Okay,
characters.
that's fair. I guess
So
which one? Maybe a question might help frame is which one would you prefer to watch a scene of?
Milo.
Really? Okay. Yeah, Milo has that fun character
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like
If
Marty
I'm
thing.
looking for pure entertainment, I'm going with Milo
Yeah.
because he is such an entertaining character.
But how about nah? But it's
I
Grayson.
do think
Child
he's
agrees it's
kind.
Grayson. We don't gotta
I
waste time
do
on this. This is Grayson. What are you talking about?
I do think he's kind of a dick.
Well, he's like a young boy.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah. Kind of a jerk.
I
He's
feel
kind
like
of
if he got to not die, maybe he would have become less of a dick. But he died, so he died a dick. Well, he didn't die a dick. He died fighting. You know what? He was not a dick. Hold up. Back up
he was
five
he was kind
steps.
he was kind of
No, no, no. We walked
to
way too
powder
far down
to
that line.
powder
He
to
is
powder
so not a dick.
to
He's just
powder.
okay. No, 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 no.
How did
Let
that? Yeah, I agree, Ginger. I agree, Ginger.
Ginger. Who's Ginger? Is
Ginger Jam. Wait, how'd Echo lose? I agree.
wait.
I
Okay,
agree.
that joke went over my head and I don't understand. But let's
No,
think
no, look at
about.
the chat. The chat. The chat.
Oh, how'd Echo lose? No, no, no.
True.
Ginger. Okay, hold up.
Agree. Agree.
You have
Agree.
to see.
Agree.
Echo was paired up against Victor. Okay, Echo was lost to Victor, so it
Agree.
was hard. We fought. You could go back and rewatch it. We really fought long and hard about it. We tried to give it our honest shot. Okay, now you're calling me a ginger. I was like, that's a really interesting and like kind of. I've never heard that insult before, but is
Interesting insult.
like the okay. What was I saying? Oh, backing up 5 steps.
we
Why?
were
Let's
called,
think about.
we were
Let's think about why Milo was an asshole. Okay, why was he mean to Jinx?
she okay,
Maybe,
that's it's fair. It's
maybe.
fair. He had fair
Okay,
reasons.
so I don't even need to say him. You already understand.
No, no,
No, he
yeah, I
didn't need to be that
understand.
mean. Yeah, he didn't need
No,
to be
he
like
didn't. He
he
didn't.
didn't.
But he's also a young boy who
He's a
doesn't
young,
understand that
but
he's being that mean.
he also
I
okay. Am I
get
allowed to
it.
talk at all? I'm holy shit, sir.
Go,
Stink
go,
level is
go,
20.
go, go,
I
go ahead.
think
Go ahead.
Milo was frustrated with the situation that they were in, and
Yeah.
his yeah, he was a little bit rude about it, but if Powder continually did actually mess up the jobs that they were on, I could literally see myself being exactly like Milo, being
Yeah.
like sassy, snarky, and kind of tired of it. Especially if like you're hungry. If he just remember that line when they went down the sewer pipe, and he's like, "Oh man, I just got this shirt," and then gets kicked down.
Yeah.
So I think that was a small line that was funny, but it served dual purpose to let us know that it's not like they're going around buying clothes casually every day. Like necessities
Mm-hmm.
are are very important in the Undercity and for Milo. And I can totally see a rage being from the position that he's in and Powder being kind of the outlet for that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say I understand him, and I understand his lack of perspective, but that is what he has. He does have a lack of perspective
Yeah.
because even Vi goes with Powder and talks about all the jobs that they've messed up, Milo and Clagger, and even Vi.
Yeah. Fair.
So
He makes a lot of
they
mistakes.
yeah, they've all had their mistakes. He's just taking it out because she's the new one and she's the youngest and she's making the most mistakes at the current moment.
Yeah.
I I understand his perspective, absolutely, especially because recency bias, especially because like if these things are constantly happening, you're gonna just be angry.
Mm.
But I do think he lacks perspective on that note. So I mean, either way,
Yeah.
I guess
Ginger
I
point
guess I'm
out
agreeing,
too.
agreeing
He
Grayson.
does get his ass kicked when they're in the fight.
Yeah, he does,
He
because
does.
Clagger has to come over and save him, right?
And Vi comes
Clagger,
over with
my
a
boy.
stick. Yeah.
I don't even know how
By the
Clagger
way,
didn't get here.
because of these pair ups that we did in the beginning, we have Victor versus Grayson next, which is something I'd never thought I'd see. Anyway, continuing on. We have a Caitlyn versus Jace. I'm gonna need a second to think because that is quite complicated. I'll be reading chat in the meantime,
That
but
is quite complicated, isn't it?
yes.
I didn't think about that. I was gonna go purely off feeling, but I didn't even think about the complicated
Well,
relationship that they do have.
feeling's fine. Feeling is important. I mean, because feeling
Yeah,
speaks to
yeah.
something, but if you can try to evidence based, I like that.
I mean, just like, I mean, if you're okay with me going there, character wise, I think I have to give it to Jace. I just like we talked about it before when we were comparing him to Mel, but just his him being thrown into what he's thrown into and like the way that he deals with it, it was very easy for him to become a bad character. Very easy for him to almost become what Mel wanted him to become. I think I actually still don't know. I really don't know what Mel wanted from him. At the end of the day, but I think it was very easy for him to go down that path of being almost a tyrant because the control that he has, if you really think about it, with Hex Tech and with everything that he has under his belt, he could have easily became a tyrant. But instead, he's trying to negotiate peace.
Hold up, pause. Chris, I think we're trying to work off of the agreed metric of, I guess, character writing, like writing wise, because we have multiple times and like we enjoy viewing the other character more, but when we get down to like the nitty gritty of what they've gone through, that would motivate us. But you mean maybe we should establish the metric that we're using, or
Yeah, I will say this is more arbitrary than
yeah,
anything.
well, because I was mostly interested in, because you just watched it fresh, Esty,
Yeah,
how your viewpoint kind of compared with mine as someone who's probably overanalyzed these characters, and I appreciate it because it's hard to step back, and I like how we've been disagreeing. It's been fresh. It's been fun.
yeah. The metric is sort of
Well, yeah,
vibes.
I guess
It's very arbitrary. It's very
no.
arbitrary.
Hear me out. It's not completely arbitrary. We're taking all of them into account, and we're pulling like from each. Like vibes does count for some points, but
Yeah,
writing counts for some. Likability counts for others. So I think it's
yeah, but
something.
there's no defined point system here. At the end of the day, we're just calling it at a certain point.
No. And chat's a few points. Chat gets like two. It's like democracy. Who was that said democracy? It's like the voting system. I'm taking
Democracy,
it.
unless we agree.
It's just like the presidential election. No difference. Okay, I'm gonna go with Jace.
Yeah, I see. I agree, and
Well,
we don't have to defer to democracy here.
no, I don't have to explain myself.
No, explain yourself. Explain yourself. I want to hear your explanation behind it because you could have completely different reasons than me. But I do agree, Jace.
Actually, I'm gonna go Caitlyn.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I thought about it a little bit more. I thought
devil's
about it.
advocate.
No. I sincerely did. I sat there in silence for like 3 seconds. I did think about it for 2 more seconds. It also is recency bias because we did just talk about Jace for so long, very recently. Caitlyn, for me, took so much initiative, and I think given her upbringing, was very interesting how she turned out, as she was really accepting and willing to listen to the perspectives of Vi and Echo, and gave a hug to your favorite secondary character. You remember what's his name again?
Favorite secondary character?
Yeah, in the
Oh,
anime.
Huck.
Huck,
Oh, I
thank
love
you.
Huck. I love Huck.
She gave that hug to Huck, and she wasn't blinded by her upbringing.
Yeah, that is true. I feel like she is very clear in the same belief that I enjoy from Vi, of the people that she cares about. She really, really cares about. Whereas Jace, I feel, because of him being thrown into the fray, almost into the dark, he kind of loses sight of himself and his own values. But I do feel like that's what makes Jace such a compelling character.
I don't know if he completely lost sight of it. I think he just started to
I don't think he did
navigate.
either.
I don't know.
I don't think he completely lost sight, but I do think that his perspective has changed. I do feel like he lost the idea that he can approach it the way that he thought. Like, he wanted to approach it a very specific way. He had an idea and he said, I'm gonna do, like, I want magic and I want to help people with it. Like, I wanna,
Okay.
but then he got thrown into it and realized that it's much more complex than that. And he had to change tactics, and he
Yeah.
severely changed tactics. Whereas Caitlyn, I feel,
Mm-hmm.
stays in her values no matter what. She got kicked off the force because she stayed in her values so much. Because she
They have a
she
lot
just,
in common, interestingly enough. Very
yeah, they
interesting.
do.
I mean, it's cool that they're friends. Okay. I'm so torn. I really feel like it's a,
I,
a super
I'm
close because okay,
I still give it to Jays
still give it to
personally,
days. I
but
think what's pulling me towards Caitlyn initially is her. Okay, I don't feel like I see IRL the, her ability to listen, like her sincere, really deep, sincere ability to listen and take that in, not make a rash judgment, and actively change her perspective because of that, was something that was a really strong suit of her character. Whereas I think it looks similar with Jace, but Jace feels like he's being walked along to his new perspective rather than being an active listener as a character trait. It's more like an experience happens to him which changes his perspective, and then he makes a different choice because of that, and then another experience happens. At least that's my perception of it. Um
albeit I will say episode 9 changes that. I
I
think,
mean,
especially with the way he
Saguta?
takes
I'm
his.
so sorry if I said that wrong. They're making a pretty fair argument that like Caitlyn has no big moral dilemmas, right? But I think that's kind of what makes her interesting. She didn't really have a reason to step out. Whereas like Jace, we get this writing story, this perspective of he had this moment when he was a younger kid with the winter storm and being saved with magic, and that motivates him, and that's, what sets him off on this path. But Caitlyn has her life set for her. She's more than capable of being comfortable, and kind of could, I don't know, she wouldn't have to try really in life at all, but she is so determined. She was even pissed off when she was going up against Grayson, and Grayson held her shot. And as a kid, she went up to Grayson like, "I saw you hold your shot. Why'd you do that?" I guess I liked that integrity of character a lot, even since she was a kid. And I don't know why she chose to do that, but she's just that way. So, no.
I feel like Caitlyn does have a very
But
strong.
Jace does more. I don't
What?
know. Help me.
No,
Okay,
I
I
feel like
can't.
Caitlyn does have that very strong sense of justice, and she'll do anything to reach what she feels is just.
Well, what she. Okay. Hmm. But her opinion of just changes, right? Because she listens to everybody when she goes
Hmm.
there. I'm give it to Jace.
Yeah,
I can't.
I
It's going like
I
one
I'm
percent back
I'm
and forth because Jace does more narratively. Caitlyn's character, whatever. I can't. I can't do it.
I think I mean, on the arbitrary scale that we're going on,
Should we talking about?
I think we can have to
Okay.
if it
All
is.
right. Writing wise, yeah, I guess. Okay.
It is a very interesting matchup, though. Specifically, that matchup.
I'm sorry, chat, that I just went through that. I never compared those two before in my head so thoroughly. I was going
Yeah.
through like a little crisis. This is the existential crisis channel, so if I'm not allowed to have those, then I fear you are in the wrong place. But you made good points in chat. Sagutano. Wow, that's not even close to right. Sag Unto. Sagunto.
Yeah, I think it's just a Guto.
That's
But
no.
I mean, that could be crazy.
You know
But
what I've been saving in my files? Every time I've
Hmm.
been doing mispronouncing
Save
things.
that one too.
Yeah, all of my recordings, because that's what I'm known for with like the sea anemone, which I can now say, by the way. But yeah, so eventually I'll just release all of them back to back to back and just sound like I completely lost my mind. But so now for a really difficult one, Jinx and Silco. Alright, I need to take this one in for a second too.
Yeah,
I'll be reading chat while I think, but
I
how arbitrary is this system? That's the question.
I yeah,
I also
this is
Ginger brings up a good point that I'm so interested to see how my perceptions will change after season 2 because
yeah. I'd be so interested to come back to this.
yeah, I think we should. I definitely should. I mean, it'd be
Yeah.
hard, I think, because some of these characters probably won't be alive, but
Yeah,
yeah.
but you know. I mean, we're already dealing with some dead ones, but and we could also add in a few more brackets, you know.
That's true. That's true. Okay, I'm gonna go writing wise. Oh, I don't know, because the dialogue from Silco, spot on every time, like 3 layers deep. Jinx, we talked about already. We both talked through why they're so good. That's why they're here.
Yeah. These two are such hard characters, not only to compare, but like to choose a winner between.
Well, it's arbitrary.
It is arbitrary. It is
So
arbitrary. But even then, like, if I'm going off well written, I don't know.
okay,
If I'm
well,
going off of development, I don't know.
well,
like,
how about you
like, what am
use
I?
your metric? How about your emotions? We'll go with vibes and emotions first. Valley girl, let's go.
Pure vibe check.
It's like totally Jinx because like she's
Pure,
totally radical.
pure vibe check. I
Yes.
think I have to agree.
No, I
Pure
was actually
vibe
going
check.
totally vibe check Silco.
I'm going totally vibe check
I'm going
Jinx.
totally vibe check Silco.
But like, I could very easily be.
You could be very easily swayed.
I pure vibe check. I just like Jinx more.
Okay, hear me out.
Like I love scenes with Jinx. She's nuts.
I think that's why I lean slightly towards Silco because his choices. Well, first off, I think we get to see his entire arc. Yeah, because he dies, but
Yeah.
right before he dies too, when he's sitting at that statue with
And
Vander,
you really get that moment with him, yeah.
that moment with him is very powerful and powerful because sorry, I was trying to. I think that's kind of where his character comes full circle. Not when he dies, but when he has that intimate moment with Vander statue, and he's like, "I understand."
Yeah.
So undoing as a daughter. I just like how he feels as a viewer. You can see the beginning, the through.
That he's really changed. I mean, maybe not even changed, but more or less given a purpose.
Reoriented, I'd say.
Yeah, reoriented's a really good word for it.
Completely reoriented, and comparing him next to Vander. I just. Okay. I'm getting.
Like pure entertainment aspect. I have to go Jinx because she's just so entertaining, and she adds
Silco's not entertaining?
she
What are you
no,
talking
okay,
about?
let me finish, let me finish.
Yeah,
Pure entertainment,
yep.
I have to go Jinx because first of all, she's nuts. She changes every scene that she's in. She gives me the same vibe that people get from Homelander and The Boys, where whenever she's on the screen, anything could happen and the entire story could be flipped on its head at any moment, and she does actually flip it on its head with what she does in the final scene.
You think so?
So like, oh, for sure, she completely changed everything.
No, but I'm saying you think everything she does is that unpredictable.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't know. I think I would disagree. Kindly
Really?
so. I feel like her unpredictability is still falls within boundaries of being kind of predictable. She's like predictably unpredictable. If that makes sense.
Mhm.
Um,
Like, you know that she's gonna do something horrendous.
that's what I'm trying to
But,
say. It's
like,
like you.
yeah, but, like, you don't exactly know what or how severe.
I think that was she teetered on the line, and then sitting in the Jinx chair. Actually, let's have this conversation now. Chat, we're just gonna do it now. We really were talking about important notes that we need to know going into season 2, and one of them is what was the last episode trying to tell us about Powder slash Jinx? And one of the moments is this idea of is Powder officially dead? Because she does choose to sit in the Jinx chair, and Vi kind of has that look too, reflected in the poster as well, of I didn't save my sister's gone. And then Ho-Hum was having this chat with me before. This bleeds into the conversation of is a redemption arc possible? And should they even try? Like, is a redemption arc even a correct writing choice at this point? Or is it she's full send evil? Because the Shimmer plays a role. You know, we could have the discussion of how much of this is the Shimmer in her system. What did Singed do to her exactly? I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of discussion of, did the Shimmer completely kick Powder out of Jinx's body? Like, did it completely eliminate Powder as a whole? Because now she's infected with the Shimmer, and the Shimmer's kind of taken over her, the more of the Jinx personality than anything else. And it's an interesting conversation. It's such an interesting conversation. And I personally believe that Powder's still in there. I don't think you can kick that out, especially because of the way that she acts when Silco reaches for the gun. That final moment is kind of what tells me that there is at least a hint.
You know what I think gives me the hint?
Hmm.
I think it's the tear here, right here, that makes me think there's, even if it's
Mm,
infinitely small, I think there's
there is a tinge of regret.
tinge. I don't know if it's regret. I would say unquenched pain and anguish that she
Yeah.
has not.
Yeah, that look of determination right after the tear goes down too.
Because yeah, she does
It's
look
almost
determined
obsessive.
after. You're right. Like she's like,
Yeah.
this is the right choice. This is what I'm doing on purpose. But
Yeah.
this moment, right? Oh man, and it pans back to him. Like I don't know. And maybe it's just emotional
Yeah.
because Soko just died, and maybe that's I'm reading into the tear wrong. But
I read the tear as
oh, I
this is
like
what I
that.
this
Game
is
just said something very wise. Jinx was never going to be Powder again. Powder is a part of Jinx, though. So it's almost like
that's fair.
Powder lives within Jinx, but that is the new skin.
Yeah. So while I don't think Powder's gone, I do think
It's
I
been
could
kind of
see I
embodied.
could, yeah, I could see Jinx embodying Powder in that way.
Like, yeah, I can see that growing thicker skin over it.
Yeah, Jinx has taken over and Powder almost protecting Powder, but not in that
Hmm.
sense. But
Becoming what she needs to survive, perhaps.
yeah.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna vote for Soko.
I mean, okay, again, pure entertainment value. I have to go Jinx. But I do agree that
Yeah? Let's
written
go!
wise, Silco is way better. I would never disagree about that.
Oh.
that was never an argument. But pure vibe check, it's Jinx for me.
Okay, so now we got the
I want to make that
goofiest
abundantly clear.
last four though. This is bizarre. We got Vase. Oh, I guess it's the
Face.
couple name for Jace and Vander or Victor. Victor and Jace.
Vander.
Oh wow, Jason Vander, that would be a power couple. Oh my goodness.
That would be power something.
Okay. Back on track. Okay. Jace and Silco and Grayson and Victor. Hopefully I can make this very easy and just put Victor up.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can do that.
Good.
You can do that. Yeah, you can do that.
And then Silco and Jace. I feel like I can also.
As much as I hate to say it, yeah, I think you could also
Okay.
kind of bring us to a final stand here.
So we have Silco versus Victor,
I
which is so cool because they're my two crushes from the show. That was my plan all along, and you fell right
I
into
feel like this is very, very drafted in one way. I don't know.
Okay, well, you think Silco is incorrect unsubbed, but not ho.
I mean, you've seen me disagree with Victor not once, twice.
Yeah, you really don't like Victor.
I think you know her. It's not that I don't like Victor. I love Victor.
You do? Oh.
I just don't think he's the strongest character on this list.
Yeah, Silco probably.
I think Silco wins this, no doubt. And I also think that Echo should be up here, but it's just me. Okay. And I still think Silco wins even if Echo was up here, but I think Echo should be up here, but that's just me.
Okay.
I think out of anybody on this, I think it was inevitable that for me personally, Vi or Silco was gonna win.
Well, that's the thing is, I felt like the top characters are pretty consistent, so that's why I wanted to pair.
Yeah.
Difficult
we wanted to get
ones
some
right
of the
up front.
big hitters out of the way.
Yeah, because otherwise we wouldn't get a chance to have those comparisons. They would just be, an easy up each step of the way. But it's Chris. It wasn't supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be easy. Okay.
This also, thank you, Chris. I'm glad that chat is beginning to agree with me.
Wow, I'm being turned on, being devoured.
About Echo, about Vi, about this whole list being rigged.
Okay, if I try to explain myself, you know what? How do I feel about Jinx versus Victor? That's an interesting one. Victor.
Wait, what was it?
Sorry, what? No, I'm just kidding.
Victor versus Jinx?
Yeah.
If Jinx had made it to this round, I'm giving it a Jinx any day.
Okay, well, I'll go Victor. And it's off of vibe check, so. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. My brain's kind of fried a little bit, honestly, but.
I was gonna say, this took a lot of brain power.
I think it's because we did it in an order that wasn't completely logical, as chat has so kindly pointed out now. But
an order that wasn't logical, way that wasn't logical.
Again. It was interesting. I enjoyed having those conversations with you, and I do think it was a fun way to go over what was important in season 1 and to keep in mind for season 2, their main character arcs and their main pitfalls and potentials, and then to go back to Silco 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Silco 1, woo! Silco 1, yay! But to go back to the end of season 1. Yes, season 1 recap. Basically, everything goes to shit. Then they try to make it better. Everything goes to shit again. Then it gets worse. It almost gets better. And then it definitely goes to shit permanently. So, yeah. That sum it up pretty good.
That was the recap right there.
Yeah, I feel like actually
that's what this list stream was about. Yeah, right there. About like 2-3 sentences.
Well, we can actually do a recap. But I think what would be a little bit more interesting is to talk about the conversation we had in Discord about hopes and fears, season 2.
Okay.
Oh, ho hum! How dare you bring that up? That video needs to be privated.
True.
Who has the best feet is probably the most valid metric. You
I
know
mean,
what? Hold up, we
I
gotta
mean,
go back.
yeah. This I like. Hear me out.
Okay, well, oh my
I think.
gosh, this changes
I think I.
everything.
I think I know.
Okay, on 3. Say it together on 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Heimerdinger.
Caitlin. Heimerdinger.
I mean,
It's Caitlin
Caitlyn.
Queen Sweep.
Yeah, totally. Yes. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. That's true.
Victor does have the mechanical
Victor.
foot
Victor
thing.
does have the best foot. Best
No,
feet.
actually, Mel. I feel like Mel would have some nice toes.
Oh, I didn't. You know what? For some reason, I completely ignored Mel.
Yeah, she probably has like a gold ring on a few.
Yeah, she definitely has like a golden toe.
Yes. Okay, we got. Okay, that's not
Alright.
what this channel's for at all. So back to this show. But yes, the show comes out in less than a day. It's so exciting for me. It's gonna come out in 6 hours. Woo 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 woo.
Well, for everybody, it's gonna come out in 6 hours. It's a global release.
Well, no, it gets released at different times throughout the world. So I can
Yeah.
try to pull it up real quick.
But those different aren't those different times all the same time? Just
Oh
in
my
different time
gosh!
zones?
No, you know what's unironically hilarious? Unironically hilarious? Or maybe it's just ironic and not hilarious. Chat, I always joke about how they live in the past and the future and stuff. And then it actually tricked my brain into thinking they live in the past and they live in the future. Maybe I should get some sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe that conversation really did fry our brains, huh?
No, who needs
I
sleep?
mean, me and you were both debating a nap before doing this live stream,
Nah,
so
it's okay. But I feel, please give me feedback on how volume has been and how the aesthetic looks because I am so excited to be back into the swing of things. And I don't know, I would like feedback if you think anything was too loud or too quiet, or if, what do you think of my screen? That's what I want. Look at this. So cute, right? Top secret stuff going on over there. But I've been having fun. I'm very grateful for all of the lovely little Discord people that have conversations with me, and then also everybody on YouTube. It's just been a passion to put, I don't know, all the excited energy I have about life and storytelling into one place. And then other people seem to have it as well, which is crazy. Esty, you're one of them. Even though you don't
yeah,
watch movies, you're like, oh, I love this stuff. This stuff fills me deeply. And I'm like, have you seen this movie? This movie? This movie? No, never.
Absolutely not. And I am so happy to be a part of this. This is so fun.
Thank you. Game Snatch just said they're going to a thing in Berlin where 800 people will be watching together.
Oh my god.
This is so exciting. All right. Well, I had tons of fun. Hopefully, this was fun too. And I will be posting soon of my episode 1, 2, and 3 reactions, and then having tons of conversations on my Discord. So I'll link that after the video is posted. So make sure you pop in if you really like Arcane. We have a lot of nice people like Ho Hum. I think Baby Giraffe, you're in there too. So yeah, it's just fun. Have a good night, guys, and take care.